Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Brennan, and we are in the first section of the Lost Code. Now, when I brought to Jono, this idea of creating this course and showing you guys how to sell higher ticket stuff, I was absolutely thrilled about it because I know that this is going to be a huge game changer for a lot of people. Now, if you think it's difficult or hard to sell higher ticket items, you're wrong, okay? There is a way to do it, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in the Lost Code. And we're even going to be giving some of you guys, for those that pick up the upgrades, the done for you pages with pretty much all of the work done for you anyways, okay? So do not get intimidated, do not worry. This is going to be easy for anybody that's watching this video to pull off, and it can absolutely 100% change your life. Now, if you take a look at this offer here, it's $197. This offer generated over $40,000 in a single week, and it converted at over 20%, okay? At over 20%. Now, let's think about this for a second. If you're selling something for $10, what conversion rate would you need to get to be able to make the same amount of money with the same amount of visitors? So if we got, 100 people to see this page that you're looking at right now, we would make $2,000. Now, if we got 100 people to see a $10 offer, even if we converted at 100%, which we both know is impossible, we would still make half of that. And that's converting at a ridiculous conversion rate that's not possible, 100%. Now, if we realistically converted at 30%, which is insanely improbable, but maybe we really know what we're doing, we convert at 30%, we'd still make $300, okay? Whereas with this offer, we made $2,000 off the same amount of visitors. So right there, you can understand the power of selling things for high ticket. But the problem with selling high ticket is that you can't just throw out an offer, throw out a buy button, and expect people to buy from it. There are a few different variables that you do need to include that are going to push people to that sale. The first thing is you need to have an extremely compelling offer. So in this case, our compelling offer is unlimited traffic. And this is actually something that we offered in the Lost Code as well. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what this is and why this converted so well. So our sales line here, want unlimited traffic. Who doesn't want this? And then I came with a very extremely attractive sales angle. Could you make $10,000 this month if you had unlimited traffic? Okay. Now I wanted people to think about this, and when I told Jono about creating this video, I intentionally made him pause at yes or no. So yes or no. Now the first time he created that video, he breezed through this. He said, would you make $10,000 this month if you had unlimited traffic? Yes or no? Well, let me tell you about it, blah, 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 blah. I asked him to refilm it because I wanted him to pause at the yes or no. So you could ask people, could you make $10,000 this month if you had unlimited traffic, yes or no? And then give them a second to think about it. You know the answer to that question because, of course, if you had unlimited traffic, you could make pretty much unlimited money with it, okay? So at this point, there's a really good chance that you're probably feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Because so far you're thinking, well, Brendan, you've told me how important it is to do high ticket, and you're telling me exactly how to sell high ticket, but I don't have an actual product for sale that's available at a high ticket price. I have nothing to sell to people, right? Well, don't worry because me and Jono have your back. So if you picked up the first upgrade for the Lost Code, we promise to give you the done for you pages and the done for you offers and everything in place so that you can make money with this immediately. And that's exactly what you're going to get. So with that first upgrade purchase, you're actually going to be able to treat all of our high ticket items that we use as if they are your own high ticket items and list them and sell them exactly as how I'm showing you inside of the Lost Code. Now, what I always recommend when you're creating pages like this to sell anything, but especially 197 offer, the more simple you go, the better. And there's a bunch of reasons for that. You know, if you have too much on the page, it looks like you're trying too hard. And not only that, but it's very easy to talk people out of buying something. So when you have a very simple page, you're really not talking people out of buying it. It's very simple, to the point. This is the compelling offer. This is the buy button. Okay, so keep your page very simple. You can see with my page, I have a regular headline here. I have, you know, my video, my buy button. I'm going to get to this scarcity bar in a second here. And you have the evidence or the proof of the traffic that we're getting here. Some very simple copy. And this is one of my favorite sales angles of all time. You have two options. You can either do it all on your own, or number two, you can let us do it for you, or let us help you, basically help you, guide you to make that money. And then, of course, we have the very shocking warning. This is only limited to 100 people, and we have the scarcity bar here. Okay. The way that this works now with the scarcity bar, this is the, you know, this is going to quadruple 5 times, probably even 10 times your conversions. This one simple little bar right here. And what we do is we give a certain amount of spots. Now, what we will do is we'll say we have 100 spots only, and we'll let them know how many spots are taken. So typically at the start of the launch, we're going to have 100 spots only, and we're going to have 0 out of 100 spots gone. Now, what me and Jono are going to do is we are going to periodically come back to this page, and we're going to see, you know, how many people have scooped up this offer, limitless traffic, right? Once we get, you know, let's say 15 people to that bought limitless traffic, or 30 people that bought limitless traffic, we are going to edit this page and simply just add what it is. So we're going to say 30 spots, 31 spots out of 100 gone, or 13 spots out of 100 gone. However many spots are taken, we're going to come back to the page, and we're going to actually add that to the scarcity timer and move the scarcity bar up. Now remember, I am going to give you a done for you option that's available with the lost code, so you don't have to worry about creating this yourself. But if you did want to, I'm going to show you exactly how I do this anyways, so you can pick and choose. If you're on a budget, you can do this yourself. If you're not on a budget, you can just get this done for you. It's super easy. Now, what I have also seen other marketers do that helps as well is they'll timestamp it. So they'll put a little bit of text underneath this scarcity bar, and they'll say, hey, this was last updated on June 21st at 10:22 a.m. And they'll actually timestamp the date that they made a change to the scarcity bar. So it gives it kind of like it shows people that this is really real scarcity. This bar is going up. There are a certain amount of spots, and they are going to go fast, okay? Now, either way works. I don't timestamp it. I know other marketers who do timestamp it. It's really not going to change your conversions either way. You know, if you want to, that's a nice little touch that you can add on there as well. Now, as far as creating this, there's a few different options, and I'm going to try my best to find a coder that can give you an HTML version of this scarcity bar. The truth is, right now, I do not know the HTML code to create this scarcity bar. What I use is something called ClickFunnels, and I have a button for ClickFunnels below because it's the one that I use for this page, okay? Now, inside my ClickFunnels account, I can create headlines, I can create images, I can put in videos, I can put in my button. I can do everything I need to create the page. And when I want to create the scarcity bar, it's actually going to be one of these drag and drop elements you're going to see here. I know it's here it is, progress bar. So in ClickFunnels, it's called progress bar. I hope you guys saw that one. So if you scroll down, you add a new element in your ClickFunnels. You're going to scroll down here, you're going to see this progress bar thing here. You're going to select that. It's going to put your scarcity bar onto your page. Now, the next thing I do is I design it differently because I don't think that this really creates any kind of tension or urgency when it's listed by default. So what I will do is I'll click on this, and I like to make it red because red has that sort of intense feel to it, and that's very important because what you're trying to do here is create urgency. And like I said, I will come back to the page when about 1/3 of the people have picked this up. So let's say that 31 people have bought this, okay? I'll go into my scarcity bar and I'll go into my advanced section. So you see how by default it's on settings. I want to click over on the advanced tab. I want to, on the percentage width, I want to find something that's closest to the actual real number that it is. So let's say, for example, 31 people bought. I would put it at 33%. I don't have any specific options, unfortunately, in ClickFunnels, so I have to pick the one that's closest to my real number. And then for this, I'm going to switch it to 31 spots out of 100 are gone. Don't worry about it having to be exact 33 because, as long as on an eyeball it looks like the right amount, nobody's really going to know the difference anyways, so don't worry about that. I like to actually add some stuff here to make this pop a little bit more. So I add a shadow. I like to also I like to do that jagged thing, and I'm going to try and find, that's in the themes. So if I click themes right there, I like to add the animated stripes. You could add stripes, which is fine, but I think that the animated stripes really give this a lot of attention and look really cool. The other thing that I like to do is round the edges, and we're going to see that in here with the corner section. If I put it to 20 pixels, now I have rounded those edges. So in a matter of, a minute, maybe a minute and a half, I've created my scarcity bar. Now I don't like the text on here, so I get rid of that. If I wanted to, I could put on 31 out of 30 or 100 spots gone. I think this looks kind of tacky anyways, so I don't really like that. I just leave that blank. And then I have it clearly listed above there with a simple headline in ClickFunnels. Okay. Now, this moved to the wrong percent, so I'm going to move that back down to 33%. So you can see I created that bar very simply. Now, at the very start of a launch, like I said, this will be at 0, and this will be at 0. And you don't have to worry about there being no scarcity here, because when people see 0 out of 100 with 100 spots only, they're still going to buy it, because what this gets across is that this is real. Because if people see that it's 0 out of 100, they know that we're not full of shit, because if we were full of shit, we'd have this at 98 out of 100 spots gone. That makes us look really kind of sleazy and like we're going for that, only 2 spots left right off the bat. The start of launch, which really doesn't make any sense. So when early traffic gets to this, they see 0 out of 100. They know that this is honest scarcity. They know that if they come back, they don't know how fast these 100 spots are going to get taken. So the 0 out of 100 spots actually converts really good. Now, as soon as we get, about 33% of the spots, maybe we get 35 of the spots gone, that's where I'll add the 35 spots on here. And I'll add this in here as well. And then I'll come back and update if it gets to like 53 spots later on. I'll come back here and I'll move this to 50. So it's very, very simple how all this works. You can see here, very simple to create in ClickFunnels with the progress bar. I'm going to work on getting the HTML code for you, so don't worry about that. Hopefully I can find that for you. I can find a coder that can create that HTML for you. The truth is that I'm very not techie. So on the sales page to the lost code, I said that there's no techie stuff involved, right? And I'm not a techie guy. I don't know anything about any of this techie stuff at all. So that's why I use ClickFunnels, because it's very simple. It has the progress bar for me. I don't need to struggle to figure it out or anything like that. Okay. So anyways, guys, that's how you do it. Very simple. Now, there is a done for you option. Upgrade number 1 was for us to get all these done for you pages for you. Now, in that upgrade, you're going to get done for you campaigns. We love to give away done for you campaigns that you can just copy and paste and make money with. But we're also going to be giving you this done for you opportunity to sell limitless traffic as if it's your own product. And that way the page is already done, already created for you, already with your scarcity bar, everything like that. So you can just load up, clone this page and start making money without having to build anything from scratch. And that's going to be really useful to a lot of people. So hopefully you see the value in that. But, teach your own. If you want to create this yourself, it's 100% possible. Very easy, especially if you're using a drag and drop builder like ClickFunnels.